Hey everybody, how you doing? Shawn here. Welcome to my channel, Hearthside. Today I wanted to go over, and you're looking good. Today I wanted to go over Luminara candles. I was actually in the comments section and someone said, where did you get your amazing candles from? And I'm like, you know, I've had numerous iterations of my channel, and I went, maybe some people don't know about Luminara candle. I don't know how that's possible, but that's what they are. So let's just get right into it. Reel it in, and you're looking good. This week I should have a couple Bath and Body Works reviews, a review of the Bubblegum Pop Body Care, so that should be fun. But you know, it's not my time. This is normally my hiatus, but we'll have some content. I didn't want to upload for the sake of uploading, but anyways. So this Luminara is wrapped in birch, real birch wood. This one is a ivory pillar that I have Mod Podged. I think that's what it's called. You get the Mod Podge from Hobby Lobby. And I put cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and you paint it on, and it's really wild and it looks really cool. Oh, hold on. Un momentos. Hold on. I'm going to show you them, and then I'm going to put them back. So this is real birch wood. And the birch itself is covered with a little bit of wax. And there's your candle. This was about 50, 60 bucks. These are expensive. Also, if you notice, the light doesn't come through the wood. It only comes through the top. Now this is one I made. I Mod Podged this. Let me turn it off. And it gives it that kind of rustic, kind of country primitive look. I did this. Has really no odor. Even using all those spices just gives you the color and texture, but it doesn't smell. So let me turn these back on and put these back. Ooh. Once I go touch the device, I can't use my Shutterbug to turn off and on. But anyways, so I have two in front of me. I've got this one, and this is one that came from Luminara with that kind of country primitive Mod Podge. And this one actually has orange wax. Typically they have white. So let me tell you what you get here. First off, they come in a myriad sizes. You can get tea lights, plug-in night lights. You can get ones that go outside. Sorry, my mic flipped. Ones that go outside. Sometimes the ones that go outside are not made of wax at all. They're made of like this plastic. So you have to know what you're getting yourself into. They come in different heights. Some have a flat top. Some have a fluted top. There are so many different styles. The place I get mine is QVC. I find on QVC because they have the pay and the flex pay, easy pay, because they're not cheap. They go as much as 50 bucks, but they're so worth it. Please do not buy these cheap, horrible, reductive, like Kohl's, Target, Walmart. You're not going to get that. I mean, that looks real. It looks, the luminosity. I've actually had people come to my house and go, why do you have a candle 2 inches from something that can catch on fire? And I'll go, you know, I'll go like this. Usually if I'll go, you know, I'll fake like I'm getting burned. I'll go, it's fake. But you can get 3-inch height, 3, 4, 5, 6 width. I have a huge one for the holidays you have never seen because I didn't record last year. I got it for Christmas. It was half off. It's literally gigantic. It must be 8 to 12 inches around. It is so big. So first you have to decide how tall you want, how wide you want. Then you need to decide what kind of top you want. Do you want flat? Do you want the divot in the front? And sometimes they have divots that go all around. So they might go down, go up, go down, go up. I stick with pretty much these two styles. I think I like this one a little bit better than the flat, but this one has pine cones in the bottom, and they're real pine cones. So once you decide if you want what kind of top, then you got to decide what color. Now, if you get a colored one, they tend to not be as permeable of light. Now, if you get a pastel color, yes. If you get, this is white, I prefer the ivory. That has ivory wax. That's an ivory one that I Mod Podged. This is an orange wax. I got the white because of the pine cones. It's the only color it came in. I recommend just getting ivory. You can't go wrong. But for Halloween, they make black, purple, orange, yellow. The light doesn't permeate through the side, the darker the wax, and some of them get really dark. So once you decide your top, your size, and your color, you just have to decide basically where you're going to buy them from. I do QVC, you can do HSN, and I have seen them at Hobby Lobby. They have one 3-inch online, but Hobby Lobby uses the first iteration of remotes. This isn't sponsored. I'm not affiliated with Luminara, but they have had improvements over the battery life, the luminosity, what the candles can do. Because this is a fairly new remote. This is the remote from like 5 years ago. This is the remote that they use now. This one does off, on, and a timer, 4 to 10 hours. The newest remote, you can do so many features, and I'm going to show you actually with this one. So with the new remotes, you won't be able to get that at Hobby Lobby. This remote is only available if you go to QVC and it shows this remote or tells you in the description. Otherwise, you have to go to Luminara's website. You can buy the remote separate. But Luminara.com, no shade, very expensive. And the shipping's expensive. So I got this from QVC. Came with this remote actually came with the one from Christmas. So this remote is fairly new. And this remote has on, the timer, the 4, 6, 8, and 10. Plus it has, let me show you. You can stop the flicker. Do you see that? And then you can turn it back on. And then this one also has a dimmer. You can make it brighter or less bright. So I like that at night because sometimes I have quite a few. Sometimes they're just a little brighter at shining in my line of sight. I'll just do this. Or sometimes if I want to just create a little less ambiance, because especially one that is all cream or more than half, they can be quite bright. But this new remote is where it's at. And the battery for the remote comes out right through the bottom. You click on, oh, this one's screwed in. Why they gotta be like that? These, it's like you push the bottom divot, and it's the, my ear's itchy. Let me tell you the battery. It's the same for all of them, no matter what they do. It's the CR2025. And it will only go in one way. I'm not sure if I have the right way, but it didn't lock, so we'll turn it over, close it. So this isn't going to be like how Luminara started, who created them, but I do know that they originated at Disney. And I think it's the Haunted Mansion, and then they were brought to the mass market. So again, they're made to look extremely authentic. They're amazing, and I love them. You're going to pay between $30 and $50 for the smaller sizes. If you get a trio, more than one. If you get wrapped in tree bark, pine cones on the bottom, that's going to up your price as well. So let me show you what exactly it is and what we're dealing with here. So on the bottom, that's what it looks like on the bottom. And another thing I want to bring to your attention, they've been doing this lately. This is the newest one. The AA battery ones suck. All I'm doing is changing batteries all the time. This one's older. This one takes D batteries. It lasts longer. It's heavier. And I just enjoy the larger size battery. I don't like the AA ones, so I would recommend that if you want to get a AA one, you think about it. The batteries just don't last as long. Now, it lasts longer than you would think. I can probably get 2 weeks off of this, but I can get a month or 2 months off of this depending on use. So you have your battery. You can do the timer function, and I believe it's on for 6, off for the remainder, and it will come on the next day. I always use my remotes. If you just want to do off and on, you don't really need a remote, but a remote is like under 10, 15 bucks. Now here's the composition. So there's the plastic. This is real wax. Now this one's thicker because it actually has something embedded in it. Do you see the thinness of this wax? This wax is orange. On the top, I'm going to turn it on. Hopefully it won't be too bright. What I'm going to do is turn it down. There. There's we're getting some reverb. There's a light here that shines on this, on the front and the back. 2 lights shine. And then there is, I'm not going to get into quantum physics. Through like polarity and magnets, it causes it to flicker. The majority of the cheap imitations have a solid wick, and the light is actually inside the wick itself, and it flickers back and forth. This is the only one that I've seen where the wick actually moves. And if like I touched it, stopped, it will go back. And it's extremely quiet. Some of the other ones, I had one once that moved, and it was because of a spring that vibrated. It sounded like a freight train. I did not like it. But that's basically how they operate. They're very quiet. They're very soothing. They last forever. I don't think I've ever had one break. Hold on. My mother has gone through 2 of them. I like a candle on the stove, but I always put it on something else, like a little glass Yankee candle holder to elevate it from the stove. My mother has had 2 melt. She just isn't thinking. If you get this near heat, all the wax will melt. Like it, and it has a very small, this kind of plastic case underneath here. That's all you'll be stuck with, and it will look like crap. And like, I'm coming in. I have a little ding right here. I don't know if that will show up. Okay, right here. Can you see? Oh, that's not going to show up. Okay, let me see if I can get it in the light. It's right here. Do you see that? There it is, right there. See that? I have a little ding. Get your hand warm. Just go over it. And just rub. Your hand is 98.6 degrees. It's gone. Just smooth it out. That's why I like the white. Now, they don't make the Mod Podgy style. This one's old. This one's about 10 years old. I actually have a little heat bubble right there from being on the stove, but it didn't melt, and it's in the back. But my mother's had ones, it looks like those Halloween candles that the dribble down. I went, ugh. So, I love them. Love them. And again, you're going to get different things from different styles. I personally like a soft ambiance, which is why I love this orange Mod Podge one. As you can see, this one's a lot brighter. So if you want more brightness, get a lighter, the ivory or the white. If you want, I have an orange one that's beautiful. It's got orange wax, none of the Mod Podge, because again, you can see the texture on it, but so country primitive. But I love them. They're quiet. They're so soothing and they make great gifts. But sometimes when you get a set of 3, each one will have a box. Typically, it only comes with 1 remote. Give somebody one of these in a box with a remote. They'll have it forever. But again, excuse me, key points. Make sure you get the C battery or the D battery ones. The AA, you'll be changing batteries your whole life. Between you and I. Stay away from the T-light ones. They take hearing aid batteries. They last about 2 days. I did it once, never again. They do have rechargeable ones that comes on a rechargeable base, but it sells out a lot and it's very expensive. If you got $200 to blow, get the rechargeable T-lights that plug in to a base and you never change the batteries. I don't have that life. I tried to go over everything I could think of as far as the color of the wax, how they're made, the real wax around it so it looks and feels real, battery life, the color you want to use, the size, the style. What I do is I recommend you go to luminara.com, not sponsored. The link in the description is not affiliated. And then write down what you want and try to find it on QVC. It will be $20 to $30 cheaper. Plus you can break it down to 4 or 5 payments if you want. And remember, say you go to QVC and it's 3 payments. If you call customer service, they can always give you 5. And if you have a Q card, they can give you 6 payments. Just, sometimes if you're not like me and you don't have 15 of them and you want 3 in a hurry, that's going to be $100. That's a little steep. So anyways, if you have any questions, again, I'm not sponsored, I'm not affiliated with the company, but I do know a lot about them. Don't hesitate. They have some that have berries on the bottom for Christmas. They have ones for fall that have beautiful like bittersweets inside. They're really beautiful. I wouldn't buy them on eBay. I would not buy someone's secondhand Luminaras. I'm all set. But that was my little Luminara tutorial. I think they're stunning. I like them. My 2 favorite is the orange Mod Podge. Love this one. Love it. The glow is so beautiful. And I like my Birch, but I don't like that it doesn't shine from the sides. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being the best part of my day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and be good to be bad. And I'll catch you real soon. Peace. Thank you for just letting me have a little week. It's not that I forgot, but I'm not in the routine of, I must record, because, YouTube is a 100% thing you have to give of yourself. And I just had nothing to upload. But I will see you this week. I love you. And if you have any questions about Luminara, just leave it in the comment section. And if you own one, let me know what you think. Let me know what your experiences are. My only regrets is getting the ones with the AA batteries and the T-lights. Hate them. But I love you guys. I will see you soon. And I'll catch you later. Bye. Peace. Be good being bad. Bye. Ow! They're so beautiful. I love you guys. Bye. Love them. Boop. We'll get it. My shutterbug. I always have it upside down. Oh, I told you it wouldn't work because I've touched the camera 3 times. All right, look over there. Oh, wow. Bye.